Everybody, it is Nicole. I hope everybody enjoyed the live that Tris and I had yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Tris and I always have a ton of fun when we do lives together. We're hoping that it's gonna continue to be a thing for us where she'll host it on her channel and then I'll host it on my channel. And then of course, we'll do our best to incorporate giveaways and raffles. And then I know there was a bit of confusion as to the way I do things, because I set up my lives directly through StreamYard, whereas I think Thris does it differently. I believe Andrew does it so that you can get a better view of what she's doing when she does her live. So for the next live that Thris and I will have together on my channel, he's gonna show me how to set it up so that it looks the same, so that you are able to get a better look at what she's doing along with a better look as to what I am doing. And then the other thing is my plan is to add a listing for custom resin items. Now, understand that number one, resin is expensive, so it's obviously pricing is going to go as such. And then the other thing is that I am going to have to start charging for shipping. It won't be like a whole lot, but I'm going to have to start charging for shipping because I just sent out a whole bunch of my orders from just the mystery boxes alone. And I paid over $100 just for those orders, and there were 5 boxes that I sent out, and obviously that eats into what what I make. Not that I'm not trying to make a whole bunch of money. I'm doing this because it's fun, and I like looking for fun and different yarns out there, and I know there is a request to have a premium box, so I'm playing with that idea of adding that also as a option on my shop. And if I do, it's only going to be where there's only going to be so many available. So if I do it, there may be where there's only going to be like 2 or 3 boxes available to purchase because it's expensive. I mean, I'm sure those of you out there who purchase like hand-dyed stuff, the Shepjis, the like Hobie and stuff like that. I mean, like just like the Hobie cakes alone, just one is like $45 sometimes, depending on what you're looking at. And so I want to be able to offer that to you, but in a fair way on your end and my end. So that's where I'm going right now. So I'm almost done with my orders. I'm working on the orders where you get a resin item and you get a crocheted item. I have 2 FOs. I'll show you the FOs right now. And they are completed. I just need to weave in the ends. So I've got this item, and I think the person probably will know who it's for. I didn't know what it was until I found the pattern, but I think it's really cute. It's made out of this chenille yarn from Hobie, and is it Hobie? Is it Hobie yarn? I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it's very soft, and it's made for cold weather for animals. So it's, yeah, hopefully it fits. I think it will. And then this cute little handbag. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm not sure if I'm gonna put a bow or if I'm gonna put a flower. I'm gonna add that to this, and then I have one more thing that I'm gonna make, and I haven't quite decided. And then once I've finished that, I think I'm gonna work on that tonight. I'm gonna take one day for myself to kind of just chill out and all of that stuff, because I'm still waiting for like a couple of like shipments of yarn, and I'm sure it's because it's Black Friday that things are taking a little bit longer than it should. So once I get it, I will be adding to my shop. There's going to be some changes as far as processing times, because as I've said before, my energy battery, like social and energy battery, is very small. I can only do so much in a certain amount of time before I just completely keel over. I mean, like, for example, this past, I think it was either Friday or Saturday, Dan wasn't in the room, and all of a sudden the room started to spin, and I like blacked out, and I was on the floor. In other words, I overdid it. I think it was on Saturday. I blacked out. And then, as you know, when I did the live on Sunday, I fell. And so I think I've been pushing myself a little too hard trying to get these things done. Because the thing with Etsy is that you have to pick a processing time, and if you don't complete the order within your processing time, it dings you. And so I don't want that, because I just achieved my star seller, yay! So which means I, respond to you guys on time or in a timely manner. I ship on time, and then my rating is an average of 5 stars. So I think what I did was I just ended up pushing myself too hard. So any case, today's video is going to be unboxing a couple of the things that I did. Well, I take that back. It's going to be one, I'm going to show you the item that I made for Thriss, and then the glitter heart that I made that doesn't have any lights in it, so you can see what I saw, because I babysat it and I was stirring the resin so that the chunky yarn, or not chunky yarn, the chunky glitter, and I did my best so that it didn't sink to the bottom of the mold. So I want you to see that, and then I'm going to show you what I got from Wolltrom yarn. I've never ordered from them, so I want you guys to see what I got. And this is something also is specialty yarn, and is something that somebody could possibly get in their box. And like I said, again, there are going to be some changes to my boxes because of some of the trends that I'm seeing, and what I want it to be, so that it makes sense for me. You will still get what you've been getting. It's it's just going to be a little bit different. And then I'm going to start charging for shipping because it's $20 for priority mail. Yeah, it's crazy. If I can do a little bit less yarn, and maybe do it in a medium-sized flat rate box, that will help me out financially. And then, but you will still, you know, continue to get what you get. Whether you get a box with just yarn or a box with yarn and resin. So anyhow, I will show you first the heart that I made. It is completely finished. I went ahead and I sanded it and I glazed it. And I am going to make a video. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to do a live maybe next week where I'm going to take you through the steps of how I make all of my resin items, okay? So I'll figure out how I want to do it, because the part that is the messiest is the sanding, because I have to use a Dremel or a sanding tool, and the dust goes everywhere, and obviously I don't want that in my house. So that's the part that I'm not sure how I'm gonna do. But so here is the heart. I mixed the resin so that the chunky glitter did not settle as much as some of the other ones did. And I think it came out really nice. It's blue, it's got the like mermaid colors. So that's the heart. Okay, now the tray that I made for Thriss, it was a tray and it had lights in it. So I have not finished it because I'm putting a box together for her. So I have time to do what I need to do. But I wanted you guys to see. Sorry about that. I got a delivery of some yarn. So yay! And I did what I said I wouldn't do, is order from Mary Maxim, but usually I got a couple of their mystery bags and some other things I think I did. I don't know, we'll see what I got when I unbox it. But if any of you have seen Bagoday's YouTube video on PayPal Honey, I did use the app, so I was able to get a pretty good amount of money off of my order. So that made up for not being able to get any of the shipping costs free. And I know Thriss, I know you said that you are willing to get my orders from them, since I think they're based in Michigan, and then ship it to me. So more than likely I'll probably end up doing that, because honestly I don't understand why they insist on doing their shipping the way they do it. Okay, so anyway, I poured the tray for Thriss, and if you remember, I put the lights in the edge of the tray, because normally the resin is clear, or it's not colored. So what I did was I actually pushed some of the color in it, and I did it as a petri dish look, and I will show you. So this is what it looks like without the lights on. So this is what you saw when I poured it. So yeah, the wires kind of stick out, but when I pour my glaze over it, and when I glaze it, and when I sand it, it'll help with the wires. It'll make it so that it's a lot smoother. So this is what the top of the tray looks like. And then this is what it looks like with the lights on. So if you can see how I put the white in, and I didn't do any of the swirling or anything. That is the white doing its thing. That's why I like doing this particular way of my resin art. This is alcohol ink. So I know there's questions about, like, you know, what I use. A lot of times I use alcohol ink, I use glitter, and I use mica powder. I'll use a combination of like the alcohol ink and the powder, glitter and the powder, you know, and all of that stuff. So it just depends on what I'm feeling like, what I've had in my head. So yeah, that's what this is what I made for her. And then I'm going to be making her a book cover. Let me get you a completed book cover so you can kind of see what it looks like. And I've got to actually get the right size paper. I've got to order it off of Amazon. And you can, so if any of you want to order the booklets, this is the size of the book covers, and you can make the front one color, and you can make the back or whatever another color. They don't have to match. You can do whatever you want. You can make the front side purple, and then the other side black or green and orange, or whatever it is that you want to do. It doesn't have to be the same. You can do mica in one and glitter in the other. So it doesn't have to match. So like I said, I just need to make sure that I have the correct paper, because currently I do not have the right paper. I have the A5 paper, which is too big. I'll show you the paper that I have right now. This is the paper that I have right now, which obviously, it's too big. So the person that I buy the mold from, he linked the paper and everything in his listing, so I'm just gonna have to go through and make sure that I get the right paper. So yeah, I've already got one order from somebody who wants a book cover. This is something, so I'm going to be adding a listing in the Etsy shop for resin items, and it's gonna be where I'm only gonna have a certain amount of items available to purchase, because I can't do them all. I have too many molds for me to do them all. So yeah, and then so now let's get to unboxing. So I ordered from Melody by Wolltrom, and this is off of Etsy. I've never ordered from them before, and I got the 100-gram cakes, and I love cake yarn. Love cake yarn. So this is the card, their Etsy shop. So I got this rainbow, and let's see, it is 50% bomb wool, And then 50% acrylic. I'm assuming the bomb wool is wool. So there is a little, if you can see, little charm there. I'm assuming that is the easy start. And then I got this one, which is, it's a teal and then like a grayish cream color and then a dark gray. And then the last one I got is black, dark pink, and a like an ecru or a tan color. I really like this. So all of them are all the same. Stats, 100 grams, and 50% balm wool and 50% acrylic. So, and then made in Switzerland. So I really like these. And so I may buy a couple more, and you may see these in your mystery box if you order them. And when I do add my mystery boxes to my shop, be quick, because I'm not going to be doing it where I'm going to be adding like 5 or 6 or 10 or whatever. It's gonna be only like a small handful because I can only do so many, because it's just me. So I hope you liked the resin item that I made, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about the yarn, your thoughts on you know, the shipping and all of that situation. I am gonna add Canada, and I will be charging for shipping for domestic and Canada, period, across the board. It's just a matter of me deciding on what way I'm going to ship it. If I'm going to ship it via priority mail, or if I'm just gonna ship it as like ground. The thing about it is, with ground, it's going to take a little bit longer. So if you're willing to wait, then as far as, you know, ground, then, you know, that's the cheapest way to go about it. But if you want something faster, obviously it's going to be more expensive. So I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do. Or maybe I'll just have 2 options where you can choose if you want it as ground and it's X amount of dollars, or if you want a priority and it's going to be X amount of dollars, because priority is not cheap. Like I said, priority mail in a large flat rate box is approximately $20, and if we go ground, it's substantially cheaper. So it's all about what you're willing to pay for. And obviously, I don't ship, the stuff that I send out is not junk. So if you are willing to be patient, and, you know, willing to get or pay for what I send out, then, you know, I guess that's the decision. So anyhow, I am planning on finishing up my last crocheted item, and then once I do that, I'm gonna take a day to rest my body, and then I'm going to go through my Etsy shop and update things and add a few things, and so you may see a couple of new things for you to purchase. So don't be surprised if you see a couple of new things, and please don't be surprised if you see shipping costs, because at this point I think I need to do that, just overall. So anyhow, I will see you in the next video, and possibly in the next live. All right, bye.